Oh, hello, this is Dry Oasis. I'm your host. Still, again, I need to do what I set out I need to do. I'm still eventually going to do that. It's just been one day after another for me. So yeah, let's see here. Yet again, I am going to be playing. I'm going to be playing once more Ace Attorney Investigations 2 Prosecutor's Path, but this time is the one that I've been waiting for, Turnabout Legacy. The one appropriately meant for Christmas time. No, anything more than that. Okay, but now, to go on with Turnabout Legacy. The one I've been anticipating the most. I've heard really good things about this game in particular, so I really hope it goes well and beyond my expectations. So yeah, let's begin and see what all the hubbub is about this great case. You know what it will feature? Actually, I do. That's just because I saw the fan translation thing more than anything else. So let's get into what is possibly the best trial 3 case of all time. Possibly. Episode 3, Turnabout Legacy. What shall we make today, kids? Okay, I guess they didn't change there. Macaroons, waffles with cream, lift on cakes that are light as a dream. Love and seen, smile, it's true. All that sweetness waiting for you. Look there, where? Over there. The oven's got something special to share. Pink. Now let's see what we've got for you. It's cooking time. Are you ready to make something special? Make something special together? Aw. Okay. Wow. Talk about a blast from the past. Hey, Gregory. I'm going back there tomorrow with your boy. I'm finally going to find out what happened 18 years ago. Huh. Aw. Eddie Fender. April 2nd. 10:15 a.m. 30 call. Fountain room. It's a good thing it's not on the first either way. Otherwise, I would have tricked the poor guy into coming. Well, Fender, are you finally going to tell me what we're doing here? Why have you brought me to an arts gallery of all places? Hey, you had nothing going on. Seemed like the perfect chance to come and enjoy the magic of star sign stuff together. I'm leaving. Chill, big guy. I'm just joking. You know about the IS-7 incident, yeah? Your old man's last case? Of course. When Karma took great pleasure in showing me the files as soon as I became a prosecutor. And I reviewed them again last night after your invite. See? I was also present at the trial all those years ago, although my memories of it are somewhat hazy. Because of you know what happened that certain day. Oh, don't worry about it, Buckaroo. We've got nothing to lose there. Oh, as a child, I was completely in awe of my father. The sight of him in court was inspirational. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law, and opposite him, the man who would become my mentor, Manfred von Karma. It was quite a case. However, it ended with the conviction of the accused. Ah, so you were there too? You were in the courtroom for Gregory's final outing? Well, that makes explaining things easier. I wanted you to know something else, see? That something being what really went down. Not the truth in those files, but the capital T truth. It was 18 years ago, smack dab in the middle of a real doozy of a winter. The buildings were covered with a blanket of snow. It looked like the streets were lined with popsicles. But things weren't so innocent behind those frozen doors. In fact, some pretty sordid stuff went down. Aw, he's a real poet. This was back before yours truly was a fine figure of an attorney you see before you today. 18 years ago. Where was I 18 years ago? 2007. So justice for all. Okay. December 24th, 5 o'clock p.m. Detention Center. Visitor's room. This... Oh man, this song slaps. Forgot to chill out and take care of my thing online. Aw, man. How about where I was? Looking about the good old days. Hey, Mr. E, this one really came out of the blue, huh? It did. We were called in before the ink on the rest papers was even dry. My name is Gregory Edgeworth. I'm a defense attorney. I'm here visiting a client with my assistant, Eddie Fender. A murder on Christmas Eve? What's the world's coming to? In the dark of the night, at the end of the day, I saw two timely saviors a-coming my way. Welcome, my friends, to the visitor's room. And if we're not friends yet, I'm sure we'll be soon. Whoa! Talk about an entrance! I was not expecting that. Neither was I. Sorry if I surprised you. I'm just so happy to see you both. Thanks so much for coming out. Seriously, I can't thank you enough. You're the accused, I take it? I am. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law, at your service. I bow for you. I look forward to representing you. This is my assistant, Eddie Fender. Pleased to meet you, sir. I'll do, everything I can to help. Come now, Edward. Come down, please. You'll have to forgive him. He's still new to this. He's been helping me out part-time, but he's far from fully fledged lawyer material yet. Nonetheless, I'm hoping he'll be of some assistance in investigating the particulars of this case. Gregory and Eddie, it's an honor to meet you both. My job as a defense attorney is to save my clients from wrongful convictions. So the first thing to do is establish whether or not he is truly innocent. Perhaps we could begin by having you tell us a little bit about yourself. What am I thinking? I haven't even told you my name. I'm Samson Tangaroa. What? It is really you? Samson Tangaroa, the world's finest confectioner. You flatter me, my young friend. And call me Samson. All my pals do. Whoa! Thanks, Samson. I will. I can't believe I'm meeting you in person. Ah, man, to have such a star in my eyes. Really. It seems Eddie knows something of our clients. Mystery! It's the Samson Tangaroa, the seating condensing confectionery making sensation. Oh God, what shall we make today, kids? Macaroons, waffles with cream, chiffon cakes that are light as the dream. Laugh and sing, smile, it's true. All that sweetness waiting for you. Look there, what where? Over there. The oven's got something special to share. Ping, now let's see what we've got for you. Oh God, I'm gonna. I am not. It's a good thing I'm not an inning anymore. But woohoo! They almost started dancing along. But I have to keep a cool demeanor. No way! I got to scene with Samson Tangaroa. This is a dream come true. Huh, thanks, little pal. It means a lot to hear you say that. It's time for business. My apologies, but I think we need to discuss the matter at hand. Oh, of course. I'm sure you're both very busy. All right, where would you like me to start? So you're not just a confectioner, but also a singer and a dancer? I sure am. When I'm having fun, my body just starts moving. Ha-cha-cha. Like those people in Footloose. You must really enjoy making desserts. Ha ha. Wouldn't be much of a confectioner if I didn't. I live to make sweets that will bring joy to others. Hey, they're just not things, they're works of art. Sparkling, dazzling, mouth-watering creations. That's stuff that dreams are made of. Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world in the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Even sweets, Mr. Samson. So he aims to create joyous and inspirational pieces, does he? I understand that the incident in question happened at your mansion? It did. We were holding an international confectionery contest there when a body was found inside one of my creations. Inside of one of your... No way! The detective in charge placed me under arrest because of it, and now here I am. But I could never take a life. Never. I'm sure the police will see that's two in time. You'll realize their mistake. I sure hope so. What can you tell us about the victim? His name is Artie Frost. He was taking part in the contest. Mr. Frost was a wonderful confectioner. His creations were things of real beauty. I just don't understand. Why did he have to die? I'm sorry. He seems genuinely upset over the victim's death. I think I have a pretty good measure of the man now. Mr. Tangaroa, there's just one last thing I need to confirm with you. You didn't kill Mr. Frost, correct? Correct! I swear to you I didn't do it. Like I told you, I could never take a life. Never! Seems quite sincere. Alright, I'm going to take you at your word. Thank you for being so forthright with me. Likewise, it's good to talk to somebody other than those detectives. We'll head to the scene of the crime and see what we can learn. We'll be in touch when we have something more to tell you. Goodbye, Gregory. Goodbye, Eddie. I'm counting on you both. Guard, can you sing with me a little bit more? I'm bored. December 24th, 6 o'clock p.m. Contest venue, fountain room. Brr, it's pretty cold out here. Huh, Miss Ree? I never saw so much snow. Yes, and it doesn't seem like it will be letting up anytime soon. But just look at this place. What a sweet house Samson's got. It's huge. Yes, big enough to hold an international confectionery contest, no less. Boy, I'm so cold. Welcome, everyone. Come on in. We'll have some fun. Oh, no. Are you all right? I'm sorry. Would you happen to be Mr. Gregory Edgeworth by any chance? I would. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Eddie Fender, Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender, welcome to our humble abode. Judy Bound, it's an honor to meet you both. I'm the housekeeper here, and Mr. Tangaroa is assistant. You're no housekeeper. You're Judy Bound, the Judy Bound. You know a little something of my work? A little? I watch you on every TV every chance I get. Every chance I get. I'm Big and Bob's biggest fan. It's very kind of you to say so. We'd be nothing without our fans. And what might Big and Bob be? It's only the biggest show on TV. Every kid on the planet loves it. It's currently better than that one other samurai show. Forgot what it's called. The dynamic duo of Samson and Judy make delicious sweet stuff, all while singing and dancing. Like this. Check it out. What shall we make today, kids? Cookie dough, caramel too, fluffy chow cream, tiramisu. Everyone, come along. Baking streets with a smile and a sun. There it's true. The oven's got something special for you. Pink, just take a bite and you will see. That was a wonderful performance, Eddie Fender. Bravo. I dance every time I watch the show. Perhaps Miles might enjoy it too. I'll suggest it later. But all this dancing really takes it out of a guy. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm the world's worst hostess. Here, nothing relaxes the body and mind quite like a cup of tea. Clink, clink, clatter, clatter. Ah, this is Ceylon, correct? It's delicious. Its citrus aroma is said to impress one's ability to concentrate it, as I recall. Interesting. So this is what saline tea tastes like, huh? How odd. This saucer's cold. Yes, it's so that the tea cools down more quickly, I'm afraid. Some of our guests don't like it too hot. I see. These teacups are very unique too. The design is really something. You think so? Thank you so very much. I ordered them all the way from France. They're my absolute favorites. They were designed by a marvelous sculptor named Polique. Have you heard of him? He makes the most amazing tableware in the world. You're clearly a big fan of his work. Oh, I am. The teacups are my greatest treasure. She's certainly not afraid to show when she's passionate about something. If you don't mind, Miss Bound, I'd like to move on to the reason we're here. Can you tell us everything you know about the unfortunate incident that occurred earlier? Of course. I'm sorry for getting so distracted. I guess I'm still in shock. Because I'm the one who found the body, you see. You discovered the victim. Is it true that the body was recovered from inside one of Mr. Tangaroa's creations? It is. We were in the middle of the contest's final judgment phase when I heard the sound of something big collapsing coming from Samson's room. Samson, are you in here? Ah! I opened the door and went inside, and there was Mr. Frost's body. Thank you. I'm sorry to make you relive such a traumatic experience. Think nothing of it, please. I only wish I had more to tell you. Now, if you don't mind, Miss Bound, I'd like to begin our investigation of the crime scene. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender, you have to save Samson. He's no murderer. He could never do something like that. Of course. Leave it to us, Miss Bound. Thank you so very much. I'll go serve the others their tea then. Come, Andy, to the scene of the crime. Yes, sir, Miss Ree. Miss Ree, I get it. Oh my god. It's Tyrell Bad when he's much younger. December 24th. Contest venue, Tangaroa's room. No way! Everything in this room's made of chocolates! I can't believe I'm getting to see so many of Samson's creations this up close and personal. I might be more excited if the room wasn't a murder scene. Just hearing you say that sends a shiver down my spine. That might just be the temperature in here. It's rather cold. Yeah, now that you mention it, it is pretty chill. Ah, achoo! Defense on the scene already? That was fast. Pleasure to meet you. Gregory Edgeworth. I'm representing Mr. Tangaroa. This is my assistant, Eddie Fender. Nice to meet you. Bad. Detective Tyrell Bad. The detective in charge of name's Bad. A man of few words. What am I? I'm eating this paper as we chew. Well, something about this just doesn't taste right. Of course, I'm just swallowing paper. You're eating your notepaper? He likes to chew over his thoughts rather literally, I'm afraid. It helps him to digest and remember them. Sorry, he also gets lead poisoning from that as well. It's a little quirk of his. Please try to ignore it. I can't ignore it if he dies from that, but whatever. Although I'd be the first to admit that that's easier said than done. With introductions out of the way, Detective Bad, would you mind if we joined you in investigating the crime scene? Sorry, not gonna happen. What? How come? Mr. Edgeworth is Mr. Tangero's attorney. Yeah, and attorneys will do anything to get them hands off the hook. Even put words in their client's mouth. Hold on for a moment. Alright, I'll have to check something out later. Man, it's nice to hear Bad's theme again. You think I need that on my crime scene? Mr. Edgeworth would never do something like that. I don't trust attorneys. Okay, kid? Detective, you established my client's supposed guilt based on an investigation of the crime scene, correct? That's usually how it works, yeah? What of it? Then extend me the same courtesy. I believe he is innocent, and I would like the chance to prove it. You believe he's innocent, and you didn't even see the scene yet? That's some flimsy lawyering. That's exactly why I wish to see the scene for myself. I need to ensure that my belief is based on solid evidence and sound reasoning. You're about to tell me you're not leaving until I let you look over the scene? I am. Fine. Knock yourselves out. Thank you, Detective. I'm a lollipop man myself, but I'm coming around with you. Like I said, I don't trust attorneys. If you're good with that, go ahead and get it to it. That was a lollipop this whole time? I must admit I didn't see that coming either. We better get started then. I need you to take notes, Eddie. On a mystery. Let's get this over with. Let's check here first. So this is where the body was discovered. Yeah. They took it away already, but everything else is just how we found it. It appears the body was inside the treasure chest. Yeah. Yeah, woman by the name of Bound found it. Sorry if I were reading your lines for a second. Seems she heard something breaking and came in to see what it was. If only we just had a little more information. There's something else in here. Huh, it looks like a seal of some kind, with somebody's initials and an intricate shape carved into it. Is it for making those fancy wax things on documents? Do you think it belonged to the victim? No idea, but it's got to get locked anyway, so I'll take that. It's really rather impressive. It's really rather impressive, making an entire ship out of chocolate. That's some Tangerella for you. Don't you just want to take a big bite out of it? Which part to bite first, though? That's real head scratcher, you know? Bite any part of it, kid, and you'll be off this crime scene so fast your head will spin. Hey, that was just a joke. Stop staring at me like that. I do sometimes wish Eddie could keep his cool a little better. One of the stands for the ship is broken. The ship must have collapsed onto the treasure chest and smashed it open. Wait, do you think... Could that be how the victim died? Was he crushed by the ship? If he was, this becomes an accidental death, not a murder. You too serious? Don't worry, Detective. For the moment, we're simply discussing a possibility. I was being serious, though. Detective, can you tell us a little more about the state of the victim's body? Let me see. Got a picture here someplace. You can see it for yourselves. Death was from blunt force trauma. The victim was struck and killed with some kind of blunt force trauma. And what about the weapon? Has it been found yet? You can ask the prosecutor in charge about that. Detective's not one for sharing much, I see. Do you mind if we borrow this? No skin off my nose. It's not like it's official. Brown took it with an instant camera when she found the body. An instant camera? Like it's disposable or something? No, it means that it develops the pictures right there and then when you take them. No way! Sounds pretty convenient. Now then, I better get my facts straight and take down some notes of my own. There's something in this picture that contradicts with the current crime scene. I need to call on my powers of detection to figure out why. Huh? Sand broke and the ship collapsed with it. And then the loud sound it made brought Mistbound running. Yeah, so the ship had already keeled over by the time she got in here. But why did the stand collapse? What caused it to break? Maybe the whole thing was off balance from the get-go. Could that really have been the case? There's something very tasteful tableware, along with some kitchen utensils. This tea set of the same design as the one Miss Bound served us with earlier. You think Samson could have been drinking tea out of that? The pot and the cup were just it for prints. His were the only ones they found. And what was the case for was that the case for the utensils too? Everything else had been washed, so there weren't any prints to find. Mr. Tangrel was wearing gloves while he was working on his confectionaries. That could explain why prints were only found on the teapot and cup. Oh, Okay. What are you investigating, officer? Sir, I was just taking the temperature of the water here. And what have you learned? Oh, it's warm, sir. The stream in each room flows into the main fountain, and then the water is circulated back to the rooms. Unusual to say the least. I've never seen a house quite like this one. Rich folks, they're all crazy. Who are you? And you are? Nuts talking. Sorry, meditating. Did you want something, detective? Oh, I'm an attorney, not a detective. Gregory Edgeworth. A pleasure to meet you. And I'm his assistant, Eddie Fender. I see. The name's Carmela Gusto. I'm a confectionery, here for the contest. You are? What's your specialty, Mr. Gusto? The art of air and sugar. But no, wait! Look at that! It's a little baby seahorse! It's a dragon. A noble soaring creature of the sky. That's a dragon! That's a dragon! It does look more aquatic than airborne. No need to sugarcoat it. My design sense is weak. I know that better than anybody. That's why I'm heading to St. Fall when this is all over with. I need to train hard. Perhaps we should get off the subject of his design since for now. So what are you doing in here, Mr. Gusto? I didn't think they were allowing civilians on the scene yet. The detective wanted to know more about one of the pieces in here. Makes sense seeing as he's the contestant. Perhaps I should ask him a few questions of my own. Those are some interesting implements you use, Mr. Gusto. Another dragon. Sugar plowing pumps. They put air into the sugar. They're so cool. It's like watching a swordmaster do his thing. I'm no master. Not a day goes by that I don't hurt myself one way or the other. That's why I wear red. That way it doesn't matter when I make a mess. The way of the confectioner is a lonely one. You never stop learning. Not until you die. The way of the confectioner sounds like a lawn one, too, if he's still injuring himself on a daily basis. What can you tell us about the contest? Based on what we've seen so far, flavor doesn't seem to be the only criteria at play. The contest was Tangaroa's idea. It's about art. Confectionery as art. Confectionery as art? Art you can eat. Every part of it. Every single item in this room is edible. The whole place does kind of smell like chocolates. Tangaroa is a genius. Once in a generation talent. Flavor and flair. He has it all. And if you can't outdo the god of confection himself, you can't win. I don't know, man. Beating out the greatest in the world seems kinda hard, yeah? As it should be. Whoever beats him becomes the greatest in turn. That's a real prize here. Nothing else matters. Like that one Metallica song. So you're competing for a title, effectively? And a treasure. The ultimate cookbook. Tangaroa's most prized possession. If you want to know more, it's all written down here. It's a list of rules that was given out to contestants. Sorry, I don't know much about what happened. I only heard about it after the judging was over. How was the judging organized? It started at 3 p.m. Tigro began making the rounds right around then. He left his own room, then worked his way around the venue clockwise. Migrations were the first to be judged. After that, he went to Scone's room. She's another one of the contestants. What can you tell us about her? Ruthless, brutal. There's nothing she wouldn't do to win. She was working with Cream, some kind of dreamscape. Then, last of all, Frost's room. The scene was flavored ice. Sculptures this time, or so I heard. Bound found the body. Bound found the body, while Tingaro was still making the rounds. She panicked, ran to call the cops. Tingaro went right on judging, claims he didn't know a thing about it until afterward. Went ahead and looked over the victim's work, even though the guy was nowhere to be seen. Pretty suspicious behavior in anyone's book. I don't have enough information to challenge him on that yet. By the way, Detective Bad, what were you and Mr. Gusto talking about earlier? I was going to ask about the piece on the wall here. The one in the frame. Seems like something was off. So I'd better ask somebody who knows about this stuff. But then you bozos showed up and pulled me away from my very important work. Perhaps we could take a closer look at it together. Can't take a hint, can you? Mr. Griso, would you mind helping us out? Of course. Confectionery is my life. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Looks like a fire alarm. Yeah. Before you start prodding it, it's not made of chocolate. Push it and bills will start reading. People will come running from the security room. A whole bunch of hassle. So don't, if you don't want to. I know you want to, but don't. Honestly, the thought hadn't even crossed my mind. Huh. Typical attorney. What does being an attorney have to do with anything? Candelabra, made of chocolate. There's a title here. The Light of Life. Well, this particular light seems to be missing one of its life-giving flames. Does it have some sort of symbolic meaning? Or could it be? It's a journal, belonging to the captain of the chocolate ship, also made of chocolate. Diary of Despair. That's some title. Come here seeking. Oh, see how we cross the sea and rode the red tide to misery. What a jaunty rhyme for such a tragic sounding tale. Who knew you could make a picture this pretty out of chocolate? Samson really is a god of men. Really is made of chocolate. Is it really made out of chocolate though? It looks far too much like a regular illustration for me. You have a good eye. You have a good eye. I'm impressed. That's no piece of candy. That's the ultimate cookbook. The ultimate cookbook. In other words, the grand prize. What? So it's not made of chocolate after all? No, the book is simply framed in some. Tigro showed it to us all when he gathered us here to explain the rules. So the participants knew that the grand prize was in this room the whole time. Anyway, you see to it, right? The frame, something's missing. The oddity Detective Bat was going to ask Mr. Gusteau about earlier. Yes. You're right. You're right, Detective. Something is missing from this frame. So it's not just me. Huh? Huh? What's missing? Look at the decorative work in the corner here. Something's missing, no? Oh yeah, it's different from the other side. That's not like Tinkeroa. The balance is all wrong. But that's not all. Take a look around. Every confection in this room is missing some small bits. You're right. The candle holder, the nautical stuff, they're all like that. Did somebody deliberately damage them? That's a very good question. Or did Tinkeroa just want it to look like somebody messed with his work? He'd never do that to his own creations. Never! Could this have some deeper meaning for the case? Are these finger marks? Yeah, but we don't know whose yet. Still haven't figured it out. No fingerprints, no ID. Finger marks without prints. They could certainly be important to the case. It's a real head scratcher, all right. Not really. I'm guessing whoever it was wore gloves. Ah, where's your sense of romance, of adventure? There doesn't seem to be much of either at a crime scene, Natty. Achoo! Are you alright, Eddie? Yeah, but it sure is chilly in here. Yes, it wasn't exactly warm out in the fountain room either. But it's even colder in here. Would you like to borrow my jacket? No, I'm fine. And besides, you said you'd give it to me when I finally got my attorney's badge. Huh, I did, didn't I? Why do they have the heat stone so low? Chocolate needs to be kept at the right temperature. Take a look behind that panel on the wall. What panel? Look at that! I was here this whole time. There's one in each room, each of the contest rooms. Tinkeroa hid them so they wouldn't spoil the aesthetic of our works. And what do the controls do? They adjust the temperature and the lighting. Goes all the way down to negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit, cold enough to keep any confectionery from melting. So in fact, each room is a giant freezer. It's 52 degrees in here. No wonder I'm cold. Hey, Detective Bat, you mind if we turn it up a little? Preservation of the crime scene is the foundation of detective work. But I'm not a detective. The same goes for attorneys, Eddie. We must never disturb the scene of the crime. Huh, get used to the cold. It's all a part of your training. Chocolate needs to be kept between 59 and 65 degrees. There's no way around it. You know the temperatures by heart, huh? Because it is your job. It's the very least I should know. Any real confectioner should be able to tell you that and more. Alright, what about lollipops? And cream? If it's not too hot or humid, a lollipop should be fine just about anywhere. Cream needs to be kept at around 50 degrees. Need to watch out for humidity, huh? Duly noted. Detective Bad seemed to brighten up when he was talking about lollipops, didn't he? I suppose he must be very fond of them. I don't believe there's any more to be found here. Well, Mr. Tangro's creations are missing a little piece each, including one of the stands that was holding up the ship. Somebody really went all out. Do you think it could have been the killer? It's certainly a possibility. Either way, I think we can safely say that the stand was damaged in our mystery person's tampering spree. When it broke, the ship fell and smashed open the treasure chest, which would have remained closed otherwise. This is a fine selection of natural paraphernalia. You think one of them could be the murder weapon? No, they're all made out of chocolate. You'd have a hard time bludgeoning somebody to death with one of them. Just can't tell what's real in here. They really do look genuine. I can hardly tell the difference myself. True testament to Mr. Tangero's skills. How's it looking over there, officer? Nothing of interest in that cupboard or... Yes, sir! So, there is? Oh, no, there isn't. Just a blowtorch used for cooking and some tableware, sir. You heard the man, Mr. Attorney. Nothing to add, am I right? No. So, you do have something to add? Oh, no. Just can't get a straight answer out of anybody. Perhaps you should ask a straight question. You said the only thing that has been removed... You said the only thing that has been removed from the scene is the body. Yeah, that and the piece of cloth it was wrapped in. But something here doesn't quite add up. It doesn't. Take another look at the scene in front of us, detective. A very conspicuous pool of blood that should be here is clearly missing. You're right. Don't remember anybody mentioning they removed the blood along with the body. Let me check with forensics. What is it, mystery? What is it, mystery? What did you figure out? Compare the treasure chest in the photograph to the real thing. In the picture, the solid chocolate bottom continues underneath the deceased's head. And yet that part of the chest is now gone. The part with the blood all over it. Exactly. So did the police remove it? Or perhaps the killer? It wasn't forensics. They're saying nobody took anything like that away. Interesting. So somebody deliberately removed the blood from the scene? Could be. Investigation complete. I think we're about done here for now. Wait, well if I wasn't convinced before, I am now. Tangeroa did it. No two ways about it. What do you mean? All of the rooms in this place is locked from the inside. The only way to unlock them from the outside is with this key. I see. And who had access to that key? Who do you think? Tangeroa. And it's the only one. There aren't any copies. With the mansion key, Tangeroa could slip into anybody else's room anytime he liked. And he could even lock his own room from the outside if he wanted. Mis- But Mr. Tangaruma's room wasn't locked, was it? Nope, which is exactly what makes him a suspect. Would you care to explain your thinking? Sure, but after about a 10-minute break. I'm bored. And I really need a drink of water. I'll be right back. Oh yeah, sorry about that. I just had to do a few other stuff. I'll be right there. Okay. Back to where we were. I think Tinkeroa did it. If the door had been locked when the body was found, Tinkeroa would have been the obvious suspect. Which is why he deliberately didn't lock his room. Why he smashed in the lid of the treasure chest so that the body was on full display. Everyone was supposed to gather in his room when the judging finished up. So he made it look like the murder happened while he wasn't there. The one thing he didn't plan on was Bound fighting the body. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking. That's my thinking on this whole thing. Good enough for you, Mr. Attorney? Do you also believe it was Mr. Tinkeroa who damaged the other pieces in this room? Yup. I know you have to believe your client. That's your job. But I'm a detective, and I serve the law. And no matter how squeaky clean somebody might seem, a suspect is still a suspect. I fully understand your reasoning, detective. Now, would you mind if I applied a little critical thinking of my own? And maybe a little critical role-playing? Don't even try that on me. You know I'm a Matt Mercer fan. Teen it. Huh. Do your worst. Just as a detective won't compromise his devotion to the law, I won't compromise my beliefs either. I'm not about to just accept his version of events. In fact, I'm going to show him the piece of evidence that highlights the contradiction in his claims. Hold it! That's hardly solid grounds on which to base your suspicion of Mr. Tinkeroa, detective. That's hardly solid grounds to start shouting objections left and right on, Mr. Attorney. Maybe quit interrupting and let me finish. Why would he deliberately not lock his door? Because if he locked it, he might as well have held up a sign saying he did it since he had the only key. But maybe it was just a coincidence. Maybe he just left it unlocked without meaning to. He just happened to leave it unlocked, and somebody just happened to find a body inside? Come on, kid. You'll never make detective thinking like that. But I don't want to be detective. I just want to be an attorney. I'd be grateful if you stopped trying to steal my apprentice. Look, there's a reason why Tinkeroa left his door unlocked. You're saying Mr. Tinkeroa himself deliberately smashed the treasure chest open? Yup, if he hadn't, the body would have never been found. I struggle to see how he managed to destroy his creation while judging the contest at the same time. Exactly, and besides, there's no way he would have disrespected his sweets. He eats every last crumb on Bacon Pop, while chancing. That's the only way his stuff gets destroyed. This isn't about what happens on TV, kid. You know about Bacon Bob Detective? Am I the only one who isn't familiar with this show? It seems like I'm being rude, but but it's just like that one guy. But I don't watch Steel Samurai either. Wait, was it some other kind of samurai? I don't know. But Steel would be cool. Wow, I never would have guessed. Can you sing the theme song too? Hold it. Never mind that now. Focus. The point is this. Tenguro responsible for breaking that lid. The judging began in Mr. Goose's room, correct? Yeah. Kinda wanted to check his hard candy stuff out myself. Huh? Is that the case? How about a demonstration? Well, it's you, detective. I'm not a dog. Are you calling him a dirty dog? Huh, it's a wolf. Huh, a lone wolf. I like it. I'm starting to enjoy these little displays. Anyhow. Do you have a clear idea of when exactly the murder took place? Not yet. Autopsy report's still pending. And yet you still went ahead and arrested Mr. Tangaroa? Well, we may not know when the murder happened, but we know when the body was discovered. It was while Tangaroa was judging Gusto's room. The perfect alibi if he couldn't set it up just right. If he could set it up just right. But still not grounds for an arrest. Surely you have got to agree with that. Do I? Especially when I got nothing more to say to you. Why do I get the feeling he's hiding something? Detective Bad seems pretty good. Detective Bad seems pretty convinced that Mr. Tangaroa is the culprit. But there's no way he would have vandalized his own creations. No way! Still, the treasure chest did get smashed in. There's no denying that. Perhaps we should focus on more what led to the body's discovery? Doing so should make it easier to spot the flaw in Detective Bat's theory. Nope. Nope. Oh, okay. Darn it. Why do I keep on doing that? We've established that the body was hidden inside the chest. And that Miss Boundwood only came running into this room when she heard a sound. It seems reasonable to infer that the sound that the sound was that of the chocolate boat collapsing. Sure, seems likely based on the evidence. Yet you assert that it was Mr. Tangaroa who had smashed the lid of the chest. I believe this photo makes it clear that it was the ship that did the smashing. And if that had occurred only moments before Miss Bound had entered the room. Points time! Then it couldn't have been broken by Mr. Tangaroa, who was out judging the contest at the time. Hold it. I never said he did it then and there. He could have done something to the stand, so it had collapsed when he was in the middle of the judging. Objection! Have you any way of proving that assertion? Huh, nope. But the investigation isn't over yet. There's still time. So he doesn't have anything conclusive. Have you found any prints in this room beside those of Mr. Tangaroa? Yup, on the door. But we found Tangaroa's frost prints on there too. We were all brought in here for a briefing, right before we started work on our creations. Those prints are probably from then. I take you haven't checked any of Mr. Tangaroa's works or prints yet? Why would? We know that somebody tampered with them. Therefore, it's possible they left some prints behind when they did so. Fine. But if we don't find anything, your guy's still on top of my list. Got it? You, check all this chocolate stuff for prints, now. Yes, sir, right away. Detective Bad. We finished dusting the chocolate end. We found prints that don't belong to Tangaroa, sir. Go on. Whose? Delicious scone, sir. She's one of the contestants. Good work. You can go back to wherever you were investigating before. Yes, sir. So it seems we have a suspect besides Mr. Tangaroa. Huh. Even without your lawyerly input, I wasn't about to wrap up the investigation anyway. I'll go speak to Miss Scone and see what she has to say for herself. Delicious Scone. Mr. Gusso mentioned her too. She said she was ruthless, that she'd do anything to win. This Scone lady sounds like a pretty suspicious character, huh, Mr. E? Yes, I think we better try to speak with her ourselves as well. Detective Bat, would you mind if we accompanied you? Babysitting you is not my job. Oh, come on! But I guess you did pick up a couple of useful clues already. So if you want to tag along, be my guest. Be my guest, I will, but I won't serve you to the test. Thank you, Detective. You're too kind. I bow to you. But Detective Bat, sir, I don't think that's such a good idea. The lead prosecutor is still busy in there. It'll be fine. Me and Tim don't exactly see eye to eye anyhow. Who is this him? Who did they assign the case to? Manfred von Karma. What? They give it to von Karma? He hasn't lost a case in 25 years. Manfred von Karma, a living legend over at the prosecutor's office. We never faced one another in the courtroom, but I've heard plenty of stories. They say he'd do anything to ensure a guilty verdict. But I can't let that distract me. For now, I need to only to continue to what I believe is right. To be continued. Alright. Let's see. I guess I will keep moving forward. Let's see, what else is there? December 24th, 7:30 p.m. Contest venue, Scone's room. Whoa! Candy Castle! And look, there are even some little elves to go with it. Rooms laid out. Pretty much the same as Tangaroa's. It's not as cold though. That's something. Let's see. Yeah, looks like there's a temperature control panel in here too. Over there, where that orange light is, right? We better take a closer look at it when we can. Or, we can. Thank you for seeing my lane, Fetty. It's like a fairy tale storybook in here. This whipped cream-covered construction must be the work of Miss Delicious Scone. Where is Miss Scone? Oh, me? Why, I'm just over here, dearie. Oh, just a look at you, lovely boys. Delicious Scone at your service. Some cheeky blighters back in Blighty even called me Miss Delicious. Teehee. Called a lovely boy at 34. Unexpected, to say the least. Hey, I'm 35. Rude. Lovely boys? Really? Even Mr. E? Oh yes, dear. You're the detective over there. You're all lovely boys to me. I'm nobody's lovely boy, lady. Name's Bad. I wonder just how old she is. Finish this up so we can get out of here, Mr. Attorney. Yes, alright. Objection. What's the meaning of this? Chit-chatting with the defense? I came out of that place. Mr. Edgeworth, some scary guy just out of the cast. It's like I own this place, after all. But man, there's Mr. Von Karma. Whew. This is a sight to behold. He just came out of the castle, guns a-blazing. Von Karma. What? He's Manfred Von Karma. Sorry, mannequins. The notorious prosecutor Von Karma himself. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Von Karma. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law. Heh, I couldn't care less what your name is. Your job is to lose to me and disappear, never to show your sniveling face again. What a thoroughly rude individual. Those piercing eyes, that furrowed brow, shudder. You're even scarier than they say. And you might want to keep such rude thoughts to yourself, Eddie. We were hoping you might permit us to carry out some brief inquiries, Mr. Von Karma. Ha! And why would I wish to extend you any such courtesy? This clearly isn't going to be easy. So long as your inquiries are limited to this room, I suppose I'll allow it. Why the sudden change of heart? You, the tall fellow. Name's Bad. Is that so hard to remember? Huh, I didn't ask for your opinion. The thoughts of a lowly detective do not concern me. But I do admire your spirit. Bad, see to it that these worms don't step out of line. Why do I have to? I'm not offering you a choice, detective. I need to go and look over Gusto's room. Good day. Great. More babysitting. Why aren't Detective Bad and Mr. Von Karma investigating together? They don't seem to know each other well enough for there to be bad blood between them. Well, looks like we have permission to investigate. Guess we better get to it. Indeed. I'm not sure I trust Mr. Von Karma's motives, but at least we can do that much. Hold up. I haven't been over this room yet either. You're not messing it up. Before I get my chance. You'll have to wait until I'm done. Huh? But I thought you were the lead detective. How come you didn't take a look at this room yet? Because I wasn't the first one they assigned. One of Von Karma's pets was on the job before me. It sucks, but it's true. Right up until just now, in fact. I got here not long before you did. That answers my question as to why they're working separately, I suppose. Let's say we look over the room together, Detective. It worked out well enough before. Then you won't have to worry about us messing things up. You can keep an eye on us as we go. What kind of screwball attorney has to have a detective breathing down his neck? Huh. Guess I'm stuck with you. For a little while longer. Just like that Huey Lewis song. Yes! Yes! You're amazing, Mystery! You have our things, Detective Bad. Bad. Don't be too grateful. This is my scene. The second you get in my way, you're out of here. Of course, we understand. Now, shall we begin? Contest venue, Scone's room. Stone and like some varnish or something. When? I don't know. Alright, let's get on to it. Okay. There's a small door in the wall here, just like Mr. Tankero's room. Here, I'll open it. Temperature, 68 degrees. Light set to green. Didn't Gusto say cream needs to be kept at 50 degrees? Temperature in here is too high. That is odd. Wonder why. It's a cute little elf made out of candy, and it's sitting on a little tree stump. Huh? The whipped cream decorations around it are beginning to lose their shape. But the elf seems completely fine. Strange. It's an incredible piece of work. Hard to believe this whole castle is made out of sugar and cream. I know, right? It's like we're inside a magical medieval story or something. Didn't know you were into such fantastical things. Sorry, Miss Redrith. Didn't mean to get so carried away there. Oh, no need to apologize. I admire your enthusiasm. I sometimes wish my own son was as animated as you. You have a son, Mystery. Wait, don't we talk to each other? I do. He's still in elementary school, and yet he'd rather remain a statute boy than read a statute book than a fairy tale. I can't help but worry that his interest will make it hard for him to make friends. Don't say that. He sounds super interesting. I'll make tons of friends, me included, I'm sure. Heh, I like to think you'd be more of a big brother to him than a friend, Eddie. A big brother, huh? Guess I have some growing up to do. Better take this more seriously. Indeed. Then with that in mind, shall we continue our investigation? The doors of the castles have been left wide open. Yeah, was the Born in the barn? He could have at least closed them behind him. I'd like to see you say that to Miss... Wait. There's a bunch of stuff inside. Let's see. Hold it, kid. If anybody's going to do handling evidence, it'd be me. Just Cream's going all runny. It's all over the detective's shoes. Why are all these items being stored inside a candy castle? Alright. Tell me what you want me to look at first. There is a bunch of blue cloth back here. 1, 2, 3, 4 rolls altogether. Well, they certainly aren't made out of candy. No idea what this stuff is for. Almost looks like somebody hid it in here. I think I've seen the fabric the same color somewhere else before. 2 big rock crystals. Looks like somebody was using the castle for storage. Using the castle for storage? Really, game? Oh, hold on a moment. Could have expected something a little more exciting behind these doors. Oh, I know. Maybe they're giant uncut gemstones. You know, like that one thing they're always talking about in that Adam Sandler film. Maybe this whole thing is based on a story about a castle with a priceless treasure hidden inside. I think I'd treat my priceless treasures with a little more care. There's something on the bottom of them. Looks like a little stand or something. I was right. There are gemstones. The stands must be so they can be put on display. Well, whatever they are, it seems they're not just a large set of paperweights. Huh. These pillars. They have hexagon indentations. Looks like something's supposed to go in there. Well, whatever they were, they're long gone. Hexagon? Castle's whipped, covered in whipped cream, so maybe a giant strawberry? Giant strawberry with a hexagonal bottom. Look, I like strawberries, okay? Can't blame a guy for wishing. I prefer bananas myself. Blueberries for me. What? What was that? The whipped cream in this room is collapsing because the temperature is too high. It's 68 degrees. My messed up shoes can vouch for that. Yet... when you open the doors to the castle, the handles themselves were just fine. Yeah, they were sturdier than expected. Sturdy? That's not the way I would describe most things made out of confectionaries. I think we better take another look at those handles, don't you? What the? I think it's safe to say those handles are made out of candy. It's not just the handles. The whole castle, the little elves. They're all just plastic models with whipped cream smeared on top. What? So none of this confectionery art is confectionery art after all? No, it's simply made to look like candy, with the cream having been added to lend it all an air of authenticity. Let's see here. The rock crystal sands and the pillars in front of the castle feature the same hexagonal shape. I believe the crystals are meant to be placed on top of the pillars. Oh yeah, hexagon to hexagon. Makes perfect sense. But if that's the case, then why were they being hidden inside the castle? Rules of blue cloth and the rock crystals inside the castle. Imagine both belong to Miss Scone. Miss Scone, what were you using the items inside the castle for? Oh, those. Sorry, Lemkin, but I'm not allowed to say. Let me guess. Von Karma? Eek, how did you know? Please don't ask me to tell you. You'll have my guts for garters. It seems the prosecution really has no intention of sharing anything with the defense. Man, thought we were onto something with those giant rock crystals, but... What's that, Jerry? You're interested in my little trinkets? Your trinkets? Yes, my sweet. I use them to make people all lovely and relaxed. You use rock crystals and cloths to do that? I do. It's wonderful. You should see it. And they're not just any old rock crystals either. They're great big lumps of salt with lights inside them. Wow. These are lamps? Tee. Oh, that's not even the half of it. This cloth even holds an even more exciting secret. She really opened up the moment we started talking about her trinkets. Since you're here, why don't I give you lovely boys a taste of my relaxation magic? Oh, Betty Bumpkin, can you get it all out and set it for me? The name is bad. Is that no? Why are you being so selfish, Betty Bumpkin? You, have you finished taking photos of this room yet? Yes, sir. We have, sir. Then help Miss Scone here with something, will you? Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Tee-hee. Oh, you're such a sweetie and tart, aren't you, Betty B? That's amazing. That's amazing, Miss Scone. You got him to do exactly what you wanted. That's some talent. Thank you ever so much, Bettykins. And you, Officer Lovely. She's even giving nicknames to the forensics guys now. I guess it's her way of showing that she cares. So, what about this is supposed to be relaxing exactly? Oh, don't be such a big sourpuss, Betty B. The fun's only just beginning. Officer Lovely, you can switch it on now. Yes, madam. Huh. Wow, it's beautiful. It is. I wish my son were here to enjoy it. Isn't it though? Isn't it just wonderful? The 4 adorable elves and the sweetest little castle made of sweets. That's my theme, you see. And I thought it would be extra lovely if it was all lit up. Isn't it the nicest thing you've ever seen? One of the elves must be feeling a little left out. This is how it was supposed to be for the contest. But I'm glad you lovely boys got to see it at least. Wait, shouldn't the lamps be lit up too? Oh, what's happened there, I wonder? I think we better take a look at the lamps and the elves one more time. It's a cute little elf made of candy. It's sitting on a little tree stump. The fabric above it and the other decorations around it really add to the dreamlike atmosphere. Sure, it did for too long and we might get swept away in the fantasy ourselves. Yeah, well, our job is to stay right here in reality and get to the bottom of all this. Nobody's getting swept in any flights of fancy on my watch. The elf doesn't have an laminated cloth over it like the others. It's no fair to leave the poor guy out, Miss Scone. Why, well, I did once too, did I, dear? But one of my cloths and one of my little machines went missing. A cloth and what sort of machine exactly? Oh, I'll never guess how it all works. These luminous cloths are connected to these little thingamajigs. They're called, full spectrum light emitting devices. They send light down the main cable and into each optical fiber strands. That's what makes the cloth glow. With a little bits of fiddling, you can change the lights to any color in the whole wide world. Bright light like ferocious, fiery flames. Cold blue like clinking crystals of ice. They have these special batteries that last for donkey's years, and they don't mind the cold at all. Forgive me. So these machines, they're what makes the special luminous cloth light up in all these beautiful colors, Mr. E. I see. So much new technology, I can barely keep up. So these light mini devices, you lost one of them and a piece of luminous cloth? That's right, Lampkin. Heaven only knows where they could have gone to. This cloth. It could have something to do with the case. I don't know what's going on. Are we really? Really? Why did nobody notice this? The lamps appear to be broken. Bulbs are smashed. Both of them. Maybe they fell. Look, it's a red stain on the one at the left. That's not just a stain. That's... Yep, it's blood. It's blood, alright. I can smell it. We really... We know that the victim was struck and killed with something blunt. And we found blood on one of the lamps, which has a smashed bulb inside. Could the lamp not have been the murder weapon? For sure, it could definitely do enough damage to kill someone. You, science guy, Bill Nye, I believe your name was. Did you finish analyzing the blood from the lamp yet? Yes, sir. Just got it done a minute ago, sir. The blood is the victim's, no doubt about it. There you have it. So the murder weapon was hidden in Miss Scone's room. Beginning to think we may need to add her to our list of suspects. Sigh, what's the matter, Miss Scone? You seem a whole lot less cheerful than you were a minute ago. Is Mr. Von Karma? Did something happen between you two? Did you try to approach him with a kiss? And then, no, heavens no. Oh yes, nothing happened at all. Huh? But you just said yes. That was hello, yes, you silly boy. Aren't you just the sweetest little sugar dumpling? Reminds me, what was your name again? Oh, Eddie. Eddie Lumpkin. Oh, you'll go farty, dear, I can tell. Eddie Lumpkin? It seems our English gentlewoman has taken a liking to you, Eddie. No smallish accomplishment. She's not exactly what I picture when I think of a gentlewoman, Mr. E. Never mind that now. We should ask her a few questions while we can. Could you tell us about what you did over the course of the contest? Of course, dearie. Let's see. It all started about 10 in the morning. That's when we set to work. And, well, I spent most of the time here in my room getting everything ready, as you'd expect. And then there was a lovely afternoon tea for an hour or so from around 1, I think? Afternoon tea? It's an English tradition. A chance to drink tea, enjoy a snack, and make small talk. So, kind of like recess. I suppose you could say that. You really know your onions, don't you, Greggy Leg? Such a clever boy! When did I become Greggy? And where was this afternoon tea served? Out in the garden, of course. Just a lovely little one just outside. But we can't show you that room, sorry. They do it at the same hour every break time during the contest. Laid on little nice bread, you know. But today, only me, Simpson, Silly Pants, and Moody and Judy were there for it. Semi-Poodle had already finished his big creation, so he was there the whole time. But poor old Chili Winks and Goosey Pants had to miss out because they hadn't finished yet, bless them. You were saying everybody except Mr. Frost and Mr. Gusto was present? That's right, Zeta. To tell you the truth, I didn't finish that yet either. But I wasn't about to miss out on tea and cakes served by two TV superstars. I went right back to work when I finished, though. Tutu thought the others were still nattering away. And at any point during the contest, did you visit any of the other competitors' rooms? What? No, dear, don't be silly. That's strange, because your fingerprints were found in Mr. Tangero's room. Eek! Quite right-handed. Wait, so you admit you were there? Oh, well, I can hardly deny it now, can I? But I didn't kill anybody, I swear. So, I suppose I'd better tell you what really happened. Just promise you believe me, won't you, dear? What exactly were you doing in Mr. Tangero's room? Well, I suppose you'd call it a research. Research? Semi Poodles are a dab hand when it comes to the old sweet making. Everybody knows that. So when I noticed there was no one in there, I just popped in for quite a quick bit of research, like I say. What kind of research leaves fingerprints? Yes, well, it stands to reason I'd leave fingerprints, doesn't it? After all, it's already research if you don't have a little nibble now, is it? What? You ate little pieces of them? So, the traces of tampering in Mr. Tangero's room, that was all you? I'm ever so sorry, sweeties. I didn't mean to make such a mess. I had to take a little bite here and there, didn't I? I didn't want poor Semi Poodle getting upset, so it was just the teensiest bits and pieces. And the stand holding up the ship? You took a bite of that too, I suppose. Oh yes, dearie, of course I did. It was you. You brought the whole thing crushing down. Weak, I'm so sorry, my lovely. Truly I am. Hold on, is that why you left the afternoon tea early? You were heading out for a second helping of sweets? Look, just please believe me. I never killed anybody, I promise. Our actions are certainly suspicious, but that's all about we can say for now. Oh, look at that. Oh, you've got quite the eye, haven't you, dearie? You've got quite the eye, haven't you, dearie? You better be amazed how it works. Actually, never mind. Can't go giving away my secrets now, can I? Oh, that was strange. What just happened? I know how it works. Huh? Okay. Okay, you gotta be kidding me. Hold on a moment. I call BS on that. Take a look at the list of rules for the contest, Detective. Non-confectionery items may not be used as decoration. That means the salt lamps and the luminous cloths would have both been against the rules. Is that why they were stashed away inside the castle? I think we need to dig a little further deep into this with this gun before we can say for sure. Can you get away from me, Mr. Bad? Not until I figure out the truth myself. So not only did she use decorations that were against the rules, she didn't even make any real sweets. Miss Scone made a mockery of the rules. Yeah, guess she's not getting crowned world's greatest now. And why is it so warm in here? Do you think it's got something to do with all this? That's a good question. I think we better go ask Miss Scone herself. Miss Scone, why is the temperature of your room set to 68 degrees? Because I hate the colds, don't I, dearie? Besides, being chilly's no good for a girl. If I want to get my first face complexion, I've got to be careful about these things. Well, we ladies have to stay young, don't you know? How old is she really, though? That's what I'd like to... It's not polite to speculate on person's age, but most of your work is made out of whipped cream. And whipped cream needs to be kept at 50 degrees, or it starts to deflate. Is that so, dearie? Possibly me, eh? I've only made a whoopsie. Wait, she really didn't know that? World-class confectioner, my foot. Only she painted my man. She's no ignorant of facts about her supposed craft. Miss Scone appears to lack basic knowledge about how confectionery is created. She says that she snuck into another entrance room for research purposes. Hardly the actions of a world-class confectioner competing for a major prize. Yeah, not how I picture a top pro acting. Does she maybe just lack a little confidence, or is she not actually a confectioner at all? Perhaps she had another agenda altogether. After all, we only have her word for it that she went into that room to do some research. Wait, you mean maybe she went into there to commit a murder? There's no way of saying for certain just yet. But she is hiding something, that which I'm certain of. That's enough investigating for now, don't you think? Yes, we've certainly found plenty of interest. Something's been bothering me for a while now. Mr. Von Karma would have surely found the murder weapon when he searched this room. And yet, he didn't arrest Miss Scone. He didn't even seem interested in questioning her. I think our first priority should be to find out what he's really up to. Detective Bat, I have a few things I'd like to ask Mr. Von Karma. Me too. And Scone. Eek, how could you, Batty Pumpkin? Stop staring at me like that. The fierce Detective Bat is just as suspicious of Mr. Von Karma and Miss Scone as I am. Miss Scone, would you be so kind as to accompany us? Of course, dear. Where are we off to? To find Mr. Von Karma. December 24th, 8:05 p.m. Contest venue, Fountain Room. Mr. Von Karma, we'd like to speak with you if that's alright. It's this tisk. Judging by your faces, I'm guessing you found the murder weapon? We did. It was in Miss Scone's room. Which means that Mr. Tangrao should no longer be the only person of interest. Ha! Nonsense. It doesn't matter where the weapon was found. Tangrao is guilty. And as long as this is my case, guilty he shall remain. How can you be so sure of Mr. Tangrao's guilt? You have an explanation, I assume? For why the murder weapon was in Miss Scone's room? Huh, of course I do. And I'll be delighted to share it with you. But sometime in the future. But after Christmas. Because I have other stuff I need to do. So, for those wondering, this is Dry Oasis. I've been your host. And as always, you can follow me on Patreon, YouTube, Discord, Blue Sky, or YouTube these days. I've been your host. Let's see who else is there. Just twitching away. What? I'm not under Super Smash Brothers. What is this malarkey? Oh, somebody's streaming Hades. Let's follow them. Well, I hope that you've all had a great day so far. And if not, I hope the rest of your day is better, or tomorrow is better for you. See you later, and take care. Bye-bye from the Twitch side of things.